Well, affordable housing is a big issue across the country as well as right here in the city. The good thing about that for Cleveland is that the city has the land and seemingly they have the will to build. Today, our Harry Boomer reports live on Cleveland's latest efforts, Harry, to put more people in homes.
That's right, Brian. Anyone driving around the city of Cleveland will see lots of empty lots and empty buildings. They're basically eyesores, and little by little, though, they've been put back on the tax ledgers, and some of the 1,800 plots of empty land will be used for affordable housing, modular homes. Production inside of this building will help make that possible. This big eyesore of an abandoned building on Central Avenue is about to have new life breathe into it.
For too long, we've accepted that building homes simply takes too long, costs too much, and can't keep up with the pace demanded.
Today, Mayor Justin Bibb stood in the historic Wellman Seaver Morgan Engineering Company building at 7000 Central Avenue to announce it will be transformed into a modular home factory. The city and MMY, the preferred modular home manufacturer, are about to pump $2.5 million into the building that was abandoned 20 years ago. It will be a driving force in the community, creating 150 new permanent jobs.
So here's what I love about this project. It brings together things that most people think about as separate items. Housing with manufacturing, historic preservation with economic development, neighborhoods with jobs.
Reviving the 185,000 square foot building was the brainchild of Ward 5 Councilman Richard Starr.
I explained that acquiring this property will finally allow us to transform one of the largest abandoned industrial sites in our neighborhood into an engine for economic opportunity.
This building has also received a Cleveland Landmark designation, a piece of history, creating a new future.
Being able to now place a house that will become a home that will begin to attract people back to the city of Cleveland, that's what we truly want. That's what people deserve.
Mayor Bibb says modular homes can be built in 6 to 8 months, is less expensive, and is stronger. He says it will also help put Cleveland's affordable housing back in the market, taking care of that critical crisis that we all talk about, that being affordable housing. At East 71st and Central, I'm Harry Boomer, 19 News.